Hello everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this easy and beautiful hat. You can find the written pattern linked in the drop-down description box of this video. Today, I'm going to crochet the adult women's size. You can view this size for free on my website, jonnamartinez.com. Thanks for watching! Now let's get started. For materials, I am using Lion brand Wool Ease Thick and Quick yarn. This is a super bulky category 6 yarn. You will also need an L 8mm hook or N 9mm hook, depending on your gauge, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle for weaving in ends, 2 stitch markers, a pom-pom and button, as well as a tape measure. To begin, create a slip knot of your choice. Next, chain 30 by grabbing your working yarn and pulling it through the loop on your hook. The loop on your hook never counts as a chain. Once you have a chain of 30, we can begin row 1. Row 1. Slip stitch into the second chain from hook. Slip stitch 2 more chains. Single crochet 3 chains. Now half double crochet your remaining chains. Again, we will half double crochet our remaining chains. Once we get to the end of this row, I will meet back up. At the end of row 1, you should have 29 stitches. You can count these by counting the V's on the top of your work. At this point, we're going to measure our first row. It should be 12 inches or about 31 centimeters. If your work does not measure 12 inches or 31 centimeters, you have 2 options. 1, make sure your work is lying flat. If it is still too small, go ahead and use the N 9mm crochet hook. This will help make your stitches larger and give you more length. Now chain 1 and turn to begin row 2. For this row, we are going to be slip stitching in back loop only. Looking at the top of our stitches, we have a front loop and a back loop. You also have the chain 1 and the loop on your hook. Row 2, we're going to slip stitch in back loop only all the way down our work. Be sure you're working into the top of your work. There are also V-looking stitches on the front of your work. Once we get to the end of this row, I will show you how my work is looking. Chain 1, turn, and begin row 3. So again, as you see, we have V's on the front of our work and the top of our work. We're going to be working on the back loop of the top V-stitch. Slip stitch back loop only in the first 3 stitches. Then single crochet back loop only the next 3 stitches. Now half double crochet back loop only your remaining stitches. Again, we should have 29 stitches. By doing this back loop only method, we are creating this beautiful knit look rib on the front of our work. The back of our work is looking smooth like this. Stitch count is very important for your hat to come out even. To help you with stitch count, you can use the 2 stitch markers. They can go into the first stitch of each row. Move them up as you go. Here is my work at the end of row 3. Chain 1 and turn to begin row 4. Slip stitch in back loop only all the way down our work. When we get to the very end, I will show you how my work is looking. Here is my work at the end of row 4. Repeat rows 3 and 4 until you have 41 rows or until your hat measures 21 inches. You can count your rows by counting this space here as 1 row. Then your ridge right here, which is the braided look, as row 2. Now I'm going to show you how to correctly measure. You see the top of your hat is where the slip stitches are. This helps the hat be more fitted. You will measure the bottom edge. If you measure the middle, you will get an incorrect measurement. At this point, you can add more rows if needed. Now that our hat is the correct size, we sew it or slip stitch it closed. I will be sewing it. Once you get to the top of the hat, if you need more yarn to sew the top of the hat closed, you can reattach more yarn. The slip stitch rows create a ribbing at the top of the hat. These rib ends will be where we will stitch into to sew the hat closed. If you want to add a pom-pom, you can add a button to attach your pom. Everything I'm using in this tutorial you can find linked in the description box under the video. And if you're enjoying this tutorial, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Now just roll up the brim and your hat is ready to wear. If you would like to support this channel, you can donate with the thanks button below, or you can grab the written pattern for this hat on Etsy or Ravelry. Other ways to support this channel for free would be liking this video, commenting on it, and sharing with your friends. Thanks for watching! Have a lovely crochet day, and I hope to see you again in my next tutorial.